Bearcat Update. I'm your host, Alex Sanchez, and what else is there to talk about other than the biggest news to Northwest sports over the past year? Northwest heading to the national championship. We sent our BCU analyst John Walker and reporter Joe Andrews on the road 8 hours to Evansville, Indiana to follow along with the Bearcats on their journey to the ship. Guys, can you recap the week for us?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap things up here from Evansville, Indiana. Hey, Bearcat Nation, the trophy is coming home, baby. The Bearcats were able to capture a 64-58 win over the Point Loma Sea Lions here in the Ford Center. Let's take a look back at some of their best moments from the tournament. Everything started on Wednesday against Mercyhurst in the Elite Eight. A little bit of jitters to start the game, but that flashy pass and then the three from Ryan Welty gave the Bearcats their first points in Evansville. Jordan Massey wasn't going to let Mercyhurst out of it, however, trying to fight the Lakers back into that ball game. It was a pretty close one throughout the first half, but the Bearcats picked up the momentum into the locker room with that Joey Wittes three and then the Trevor Hudgens floater at the buzzer. Mercyhurst came out guns blazing with that lucky bounce to start the second half and a few other buckets to put them within a few points, but once again, Hudgens wasn't going to let that happen. He was able to put the finishing touches on that one and advance the Bearcats to the Final Four. Thursday was a date with the St. Anselm, and that did not disappoint. Fast forward to the second half in this one, and it was all Cats. Ryan Hawkins was everywhere, the layup in the post, and then on the very next possession for Northwest, a hustle play to save the ball and the reverse layup to go with it. Everybody started to get in on the action in the second half. The deep three from Trevor seemed to be the dagger in this one. Look at the bench love in that one, and Kirk Finley was able to put the icing on the cake and sent the Cats to the national championship. This was it, ladies and gentlemen, for all of the marbles, and Point Loma came out on a mission. Josh Rodriguez with the layup got the Sea Lions on the board first. Over the next few minutes, the Bearcats were able to string a mirage of threes together, including that one from Trevor Hudgens to put Northwest up by 5. This was a team on a mission to bring a national championship home, and everybody got in on the action. Skip ahead a little bit, and that pump fake from Ryan Welty freed him up enough to get him in on the action as well. Here is the play of the game, guys. A scramble for the ball, time running down on the clock. It might have been 4 p.m. on a Saturday in Evansville, but the bank was open for Joey Buckets. That shot explained how the day went, and the Bearcats were able to bring the chip home once again. So there it is. It is now official. 2 national championships in the past 3 years, and this could be just the beginning of a dynasty for the Northwest men's basketball program. Senior Joey Wittes, a.k.a. Joey Buckets, knew exactly what he wanted when he transferred to Northwest.
I mean, it just shows that a lot of the hard work pays off. And, again, this school has meant everything to me. It truly changed my life. And people are just so amazing in that community. And, some of my best friends are now from this school. Winning this national championship, it's just such a great feeling and, everything that I ever wanted.
Like Wittes said, all of the hard work pays off, and it certainly has this year for the Bearcats. They finished the season with a perfect 38-0 record. Now, winning this national championship meant something, but to Coach McCollum and the most outstanding player of the tournament, Trevor Hudgens, the team that did it meant just a little bit more.
Our team is just family to me. I think we love each other. We play for each other. We trust the process. We listen to Matt.
Sometimes.
Hawkins doesn't. Sometimes. We just buy in.
But
I think we just buy into the system and the process, and we just take off from there.
They're always fun to be around. Every time I see them at practice, it's like, man, I love seeing these guys. That's why I coach, is to coach kids like this, and obviously win games like this.
And that's exactly what this team was. Fun. Anytime that you can win your conference regular season and tournament championship, host regionals, win regionals, go to the Elite Eight and win a national championship, that has to be fun. 38-0 record, and that's about as good as it gets in all of basketball. I just wanted to take a second and thank Coach McCollum and the rest of the basketball program for allowing us to cover them all year long. And a special shout out to all of the viewers, you guys who helped us follow them throughout the course of their season. We just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. We will be back next season for basketball, but hey, we always have our sports coverage. That's going to wrap things up from Evansville, Indiana, here for the Elite Eight national champions. Hey, Maryville, Missouri, the trophy is coming home, baby. Alex, back to you.
A big congratulations to the Cats for taking it all the way. With only graduating 2 seniors, the Cats are sure to continue being a powerhouse over the next couple of years. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Bearcat Sports on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. Our Northwest baseball team has a bit of an abnormal start to their season, taking only road games. Our reporter Nolan Brooks caught up with him to check up on his season. Nolan?
Transfer players are a rare commodity for Northwest baseball, but when it comes to transfer player Connor Quick, head coach Darren Lowe feels he has found his diamond in the rough.
You know, I think the core of our guys and of our program probably in the last 7 years has been true freshmen coming into the program. That's the way we want to build our team and have a lot of guys come up through the system. But at times we feel like when we need to go get a transfer guy, Connor was available to us last fall into the spring and was having a tremendous sophomore season at North Central Community College, and we were able to pick him up and just we were able to add a very good bat in our lineup as well as a very good first baseman.
When it comes to Quick's role on the team, he found out quickly what that role would be for the entire season.
Mostly just coming in here and making impact, I guess. Kind of told me at the beginning of the year that I'd have a big spot on the team and that definitely a place where I need to kind of work and make sure I'm helping the team win.
Transfer players also rarely have an immediate impact, but this was not the case with Quick, according to Coach Lowe.
Yeah, I think when we bring in transfer players, a lot of times they're a little bit behind that first year. You know, there is a learning curve even to a transfer player, even if he's a very good one. But it seems like Connor progressed faster than most in that situation. He came in and swinging the bat really well, had a great fall, and started out the spring very well as well.
With the baseball season underway, Quick's skills are already on full display with a .338 batting average and 27 hits. For Bearcat Update, I'm Nolan Brooks.
Thanks, Nolan. The Cats played several games this past week, only able to take 1 win in a 3-game series. They took Game 2 against Missouri Southern. They also took on the Missouri Western Griffins and fell 3-9. The Cats finally able to play at Bearcat Field this weekend with a great start at home, taking Game 1 from the Ichabods. They will have the momentum as they head into a doubleheader on Monday. The softball team was also in action this last week. They played a doubleheader with Missouri S&T, and keeping both games close, they were able to split the series. They will continue the conference play this week, taking on Lincoln, Lindenwood, Nebraska Kearney, and Fort Hays State. Our Northwest track and field team also opened up their outdoor season over break. Our reporter Dylan Johnson caught up with the team before they took on the road. Dylan?
Northwest Track and Field ended their indoor season hosting their first MIAA Indoor Championship, with the men finishing in second while the women placed sixth. Among adding the 100-meter dash and 7 other events, making a shift from indoor track to the outdoor elements is nothing new to the Bearcats. In fact, sophomore high jumper Mac Leet is eager and ready for the outdoor season.
Outdoor, I'm looking forward to warm weather, just everything, the air, the smell, and it just feels like natural track and field.
I talked with assistant strength and conditioning coach Dakota Kuhn about what the athletes need to focus on to make the transition as smooth as possible.
Honestly, our big thing is recovery. They need to really make sure that they're getting their proper sleep in, their proper hydration, and their proper nutrition. We try to educate them as much as they can on that stuff, and then it's up to them to kind of implement it themselves.
Coach Kuhn also believes this indoor season has been very beneficial to the Bearcats' overall improvements.
Just that willingness to get better is there, and they're always fighting for their teammates. One team, one dream is something that we really try to pound into them, and they're really starting to buy into it. Like I said, I'm proud of their efforts and proud to be their coach.
In order for the Bearcats to achieve their desired results, Leet explains the simple keys to success.
We just need to do the same things we did during indoor season. We don't need to do anything extra. Just follow the coach's program, and he'll take us to the promised land.
Reporting for Bearcat Update, I'm Dylan Johnson.
Thanks, Dylan. Let's take a look at some of the results from the past meet. Jordan Hammond and Alex Koschel taking first and second in the heptathlon, and Kevin Schultz also taking first, and Marcus Klein third in that decathlon, all qualifying for the national meet. Mercedes Isaacson Cover placing second in the triple jump. Kaylin Harkey and Omar Austin also killing the competition in the 100 and 200. With all the success from the indoor season, I'm sure the Cats are going to keep going with the high level of competition they are throwing on the track now. The team will have this weekend off and will be competing again until the 13th of April in Liberty, Missouri at the Darrell Gurley Open. Our golf team competed at the UCM Spring Invite last week, taking third of the 14 teams. The girls' scores all almost identical, but Nikki McCurdy leading the team with 160. They will be playing in the Central Region Spring Preview this week in Springfield, Missouri. Last but not least, our tennis teams had a busy week of traveling down south, playing several conference matches. The men are right back in Maryville with several wins over number 16 Midwestern State, Dallas Baptist, and Metro State. The women about the same with wins over Cameron, Midwestern State, and Metro State. The teams have been on the incline this season, with the women finding themselves at number 19 in the country and the men sitting at number 48. That is all we have for the show this week. Don't forget to check out more Bearcat Update on YouTube at KNWT8 or follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8. Have a good night. Hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of Bearcat Update. To watch last week's episode, click here, and to watch all of our previous episodes, click here.